Hey everybody, it's Jimmy back again with another Geekcast, Gamecast, Geek Rant, I don't know. Whatever you call these fun little video things. Anywho, today, just gonna be a boring video of me talking to you. And just kind of going over why I am so damn excited for that No Man's Sky game by Hello Games. Basically, it's a procedurally generated space explorer survival game coming out for the PS4 and the PC on June 21st. Sean Murray is one of the lead developers and heads of Hello Games and has been giving us sneaks, little teases of it in the last couple of weeks, quite a bit of it here, and every new gameplay video I've seen so far has just cemented my decision that this game is perfect for me and what I'm looking for in gaming right now. I just went through and played Fallout 4 for like, I think I was into the 13 days of in-game play. So I made like 3 settlements, bought the DLC. Haven't really followed up again recently on playing any of that new stuff, the Automatron one, much, besides the storyline. Nonetheless, I got a little bored with that, but that game kind of reinforced the fact that I love crafting elements in a game. I love exploring lands. I basically didn't start the game, the main story plot, until about, I'd say 50 hours, 25 levels of character leveling into the game before I moved on to the actual storylines. I admit, I like to play a game as an overpowered god in the game, kind of, so to say. So yeah, I'm really excited for No Man's Sky. The biggest criticism most people have for it is the whole kind of annoying and very old and tiring argument. What do you do in it? Whatever you want. I mean, to an extent, of course. Obviously, you're not allowed full control of everything, but nonetheless, the game shows the gameplay is basically survival, space exploration. I plan to play the game more as an exploring space trader, and maybe also like in a sense, ambassador of various sky systems. My goal would be with dialogue trees is to unlock a lot of the alien languages and then basically help bridge gaps if you can, if there's such thing, if there's such plots or not. Otherwise, I will kind of be making my own little movie with YouTube and Twitter, kind of my adventures in No Man's Sky. So, honestly, the most defining moment for me will be the moment I can fly to orbit and just sit in orbit looking at the planet and where I was on that planet and it being a pixel big. I guess the scope and vastness of the universe is what really, 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 really intrigues me. And just the gorgeous style Hello Games has taken with this game. It's not photorealistic, it's more cel-shaded, but it's a throwback to like the 60s, 70s, 80s sci-fi covers and comics and whatnot. That kind of nostalgic, but yet classic kind of look to it. The best part too is the fact that you don't know where you're gonna end up when you start the game. You're just gonna drop down a planet on the outer edge, like other people are talking about. Some people might end up in a totally crazy, like research-rich environment. Others, it might be a planet where they die within like 2 minutes from unlanding because it's too cold and whatnot. So it's kind of exciting. And again, coming back to the whole "what do you do in this game" thing. I've seen this more and more in all the comments. I don't know if it's just people trolling and vice versa. Hey, I mean, what can I say? I'm a fanboy of the game, so I'm the exact opposite of a troll in that regard. Well, I'm a troll, I guess, in a way, but nonetheless. But I get sick of hearing that. What do you do in the game? It's like, well, obviously you upgrade you play the game. Well, you play it as a survival space exploration game. The space fighting looked very good in the last demos. Also, another thing people are getting sick of, they say, is the same planet. You know what? I don't care. I want mystery. Where is people's mystery these days in life? I mean, I grew up playing Atari 2600 games. My first game I played was Air Sea Battle. Literally, the graphics for that game can be drawn on a piece of paper. Let's see here. There, Air Sea Battle. There's your boat, there's your plane, and those dots are bullets. And yes, this is probably pretty realistic to what it looked like. Anywho, so I've grown up in the era of gaming, well, since gaming really started taking a foothold in the mainstream. Well, mainstream I guess would be Wii time, but prior to that, in the mid to late 80s. So I grew up owning an Atari 2600, a Sega Master System, if that can be, yeah, that was sad. I wanted Nintendo so bad, but I got a Master System. But you know what? My parents, I grew up as farmers, and we didn't have much money, and hey, I was just happy to have something, honestly, and it was awesome. And then, of course, we moved on to the Super Nintendo. Didn't get an N64, actually. That was my freshman year of college, around the N64 era, so I ended up going with a PlayStation. And yeah, that game, a phenomenal system, whatnot. Skip PS2 era, Xbox era, was PC gaming, but at the same time was also doing my Xbox modding stuff. I don't know, I was a C-Monkey 420 back in the Xbox modding days. I made some of the first guides that were really easy to understand that made sense and people could actually mod Xboxes pretty easily with. So my claim to fame, I guess, of what little fame there was. But nonetheless, I'm excited for No Man's Sky. We have 2 months. It's a PSVR game, obviously. I mean, look at those awesome GUIs, user interfaces you see in the ships. Can you imagine that in 3D? Yeah, cool. But if not in 3D, I don't care. I just want the game. It's gonna be fun. And if it isn't fun, if anything, it can be relaxing for me just to put on the game, point my ship in a direction in space, and just have it keep flying, or fly as far as it can, or just sit in orbit and watch all the NPCs and procedure generated universes interact with each other or systems. So anywho, that's my super long, super boring No Man's Sky fanboy why I'm so damn excited game. So there you are. Hi guys, sorry if it was long and boring. Oh boy. Thank you, Surly. Long and boring. Geek out, game out, peace out, be good to people. I did. And dudettes, peace.